Welcome to episode 20 of From the Archives, Get Out the Vote. I'm Matthew Jaber Stifler, Research and Content Manager here at the Arab American National Museum. Since it is election season, I'm going to showcase just some of the objects we have that represent the broad range of Arab Americans who have run for public office or otherwise served in the capacity of the federal government. Some of the people I want to focus on here, some might be household names, others might not be, but we'll start over here with Ralph Nader. Everybody knows Ralph Nader. Ralph Nader is a lawyer, he's a consumer advocate, unparalleled in his commitment to justice for the consumer. He is also a former presidential candidate. He ran a number of times, probably most famous for his third-party run in 2000. Which some people say helped sway the election for George Bush, but I'm going to have to say that I think he was just running a pretty good, clean, honest campaign. He's a really good guy. He's a friend of the museum. We've had him here for some of his book events before. Over here on the state level, we have Rashida Tlaib, who was a former state representative for Michigan, or in Michigan. She was the first Muslim woman elected to the Michigan legislature. She represented Detroit in the State House, and she fought really hard, especially for environmental issues and for the people without a voice in the city of Detroit. And Julia K.M. ran a really strong campaign for governor of Massachusetts, although she ended up not winning. But she has also served in the federal government as an undersecretary for Homeland Security, and she's frequently seen as a commentator and an expert on cable news and print media. We also have just some general buttons and paraphernalia about Arab Americans in elections. So we have buttons for Arab American Democrats and Republicans, the Lebanese for President Nixon, as well as Arab Americans for Kerry. And here we have just one document that was created by the Arab American Institute, which has been really active in not only getting Arab Americans out to vote, but making sure that the community is very informed on the issues and getting candidates to be held accountable for the Arab American community. And so here is one example of them printing a voter's guide for Arab Americans in both English and Arabic for the 1992 campaign between George Bush and William Clinton. So as you can see, Arab Americans have served in all kinds of different capacities in local, state, and federal government. And in fact, maybe one of the most well-known Arab Americans in government was actually not an elected official, but Robert George was the official White House Santa for nearly 50 years, which I think is a pretty important role to play in government. So thank you for joining us this time on FTA, and don't forget to get out and vote, or in the words of the campaign started by the Arab American Institute, Yalla vote.